I received this question by email, and so I'll just put the email up on the screen and let us get an idea of what we're dealing with tonight. What does the Bible say about racism? Racism is a touchy subject. It's a subject that needs to be dealt with. And here's the email that I received. It says, "I do not want my name used on the TV program. Some Baptists, not all, I know are racist. The man who calls himself and you'll notice I have marked out the name of the person or what the person calls himself in the email because I have not yet confirmed what this email charges the person with, and I don't want to put their name up here without first confirming that. Now, I will say this. If I am able to confirm that these charges are true, I'll not only fill his name in the email, I'll put his address, his office hours, his email address, his phone number, because I want him to have to answer for these kinds of things if it's true. Now, let me go on with the email. Who calls himself blank and the members. This person said, the people next door came over. Now this is quoting the person that is being charged with racism. The people next door came over and picked some food out of his garden, and everywhere the N stepped, and N in quotation marks, you can see that, and you know what that means. The N stepped, his plants died. And so the person is saying that some people came over, picked some food out of his garden, and everywhere this N stepped, his plants died. Now that's first of all, it's a ridiculous claim, and if it's true, it's a damnable statement. It's a damnable statement. You know the word I am not spelling. If a black person comes to his church, this person that's not named, if a black person comes to his church, he preaches about how blacks and whites are not supposed to worship together. In my opinion, the Baptists are the most racist denomination around. Now, the person said in their opinion, this is what they have encountered from Baptists. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to put up another email message that I received. And this email message I received just a short time before the program. I was here in the studio preparing last-minute preparations for the program and received another message to kind of go along with this one. So what can we say about by the mouth of two or three witnesses? Well, let's go on. In my opinion, the Baptists are the most racist denomination around. Is it true? Now here's the question. Is it true about worshiping separate? Is it true about worshiping separate? Well, that's where I phrased the question from. What does the Bible say about racism? Is this kind of mentality true? Is it biblical? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you that not only is it not biblical, it's damnable, it's damaging, it's reprehensible, it's disgusting. So we're going to look at what the Bible has to say about it. Is it true about worshiping separate? Absolutely not. Not even remotely true. What are your feelings on this? I think you can tell what my feelings are on this. As a matter of fact, let me just say, I opened the program by saying that I have had experience with this in my personal life. Anybody that knows me knows that my wife is not lily white. Matter of fact, she's a very beautiful dark mocha brown. So, you know, things like this are kind of personal with me. We have a daughter, and she is a perfect olive color, and she's beautiful. And people want to tell me that that's wrong, that's unbiblical. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, you got to show me somewhere in the Bible where that's the case. And one of the things that turns people away from the Bible and turns people away from any desire to even look at what the Bible might have to say is this kind of backward stupidity. Now, it's not true. And we're going to look at what the Bible really has to say about it. And you know, these people run around and they say, oh, well, the nation of Israel was commanded to be separate. The nation of Israel was commanded to be separate. Well, we're going to see some Ethiopians in there. We're going to see some other people in there. I wonder what color people think that Moses was. Do you think Moses was blonde hair, blue eyed? What about Jesus? You think Jesus was blonde hair, blue eyed? You look at those Middle Eastern Hebrew people, even today. They're not white. And yet people want to run around and say that this is what the Bible teaches. This is not what the Bible teaches, people. And it's disgusting. I've actually had people tell me that my daughter's going to have a miserable life because she's mixed. And I tell you what, people see my daughter, they love her, they pick her up, they treat her so good, and I'm so thankful for that. And every time I see how people treat my daughter, and treat me and my wife for that matter, I just think about this kind of backward stupidity and the kind of miserable life that this kind of backward stupidity leads to. Because we enjoy our life. Because we're not bound by this kind of stupidity. It's not biblical. Now, let me go on with the email. What are your feelings on this? Well, I think that's clear, don't you? You don't have to use the preacher's name or church on TV if you use this question, but I think people should know who said it, and they name who said it and where he is. Now, like I said, if I confirm this to be true, and if the individual that this is about is watching, and you are so bold and strong and mighty as to make statements like this, and it's true about you, I want you to call in and tell this community that, yes, you said this, yes, it's true, and I'll go ahead and I'll fill your name in, and I'll fill in where people can contact you to let you know how they feel about your statements. I know who you are. I don't know if this is a false charge or not, so I'm not putting your name in here. But I do know that racism is a very huge problem. It's in the Baptist denomination, in various denominations. I know it's not a problem for the Church of Christ in Danville, and I'm so thankful for that. I know it's not a problem for the Church of Christ in Reidsville. I know it's not a problem for the Church of Christ in Martinsville. But I know I've encountered problems with it all over the place. But I'm not going to be somewhere where people are bound by this kind of stupidity. And that's what it is, folks. It's stupidity. It's utter and outright stupidity.